Hey, great. How many? I mean, my original this Wednesday. Oh, well, that's congratulations.
How are you doing?
We're learning stuff. I'm not saying it's all good.
I haven't chatted for a while.
Or you.
No, I'm sharing. You're representing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I remember.
We've got another. Yeah, well, I don't have one, but you know,
It's sale.
it's very hot. They're not putting it on for like 10 years. So, yeah.
See you. That's right, that's where we took it.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to speak again.
Yeah, and you are too, right?
Thank you, sir.
You're so welcome. We met once at Loblaws. Let me try to remember your name. France? Huh? Yes. Okay, there you go. Martin. Yes.
Where are you living?
Yeah, very close to you. Very close to the mall. I cannot see this building from my building, but
It's kind of good.
yeah. Yeah, thanks. We are renting an office downstairs, so I'm giving you names.
Oh, so what organization?
It's called Senior Pride Network Canada. Senior Pride Network.
Just want you to know that I'm here.
Yes, I am 50. So I can now talk ish.
Say 55 is the
Well,
age varies.
it does. Yeah, it's very tricky. The language, it's very powerful. We don't often use the term seniors when we talk about. We use older adults or elders. I didn't know that. What are those days? Why is that? Why just those 2 days?
Encourage senior mobility to make it easier. You can have a pass. You can start.
Yeah. 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 And is there a senior spot for public transit?
Yes, you can get a reduced fare. You have to register with OC Transport or Postal. And if you're a senior, I don't have insurance.
Oh, there you go.
Because it's senior system.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't want to. Tickets. But if you have a you manage it. I see other passengers. The trouble is with the bus.
Yeah.
I always get the
Oh, great. Oh, there you go. Do you speak any Czech? Ah. Yeah. Nice. How did you learn it?
But I grew up in
Makes sense. Well, it's a very
To make all sentences.
very similar.
But for the months of the year, it's different.
Yeah, it is.
Slovak is like January.
I'm just thinking of what
Květen means the month.
Say it again.
Květen.
Květen. Yeah. How do you say it? Duben.
I used to know it as the university. We would have a check over
Yeah.
There was a kid right there. No, we don't have a check.
But I know here, they organize cultural activities.
Music and beyond the veteran streams. They're great culture.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Or that way, either way, I think
So you'll be sitting here alone?
you can just scoot. You can scoot down there if you're sitting with
Hi, Mark. Name tags are very handy.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yeah, I know who you are now. Without knowing who you are. Good morning to you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, could be.
Good morning. I am Carmen Contreras from the board. I have 4 announcements for you this morning. We want to ask for your help in welcoming Reverend Lara and kick off our new congregational year. September 7 will be Reverend Lara's first service. To welcome her and get a celebratory start to our new program year, we will be holding a barbecue following the service on September 7. A couple of board members will be leading the organizing, but we would appreciate the help of 2 or 3 congregants with the planning. If you would like to help, please contact Chuck Shields at the following email, president@firstunitarianottawa.ca, or speak with him after the service. The Fall Fair Gift Shop is looking for a co-convener. One of your main tasks, particularly in October, will be reaching out to gift shop volunteers and setting up their work schedule. You will have fun working with John Oden, the other co-convener, on other tasks as well. If you are interested or would like more information, please contact Eva at the following email, ffvols@firstunitarianottawa.ca. FFVOLS stands for First Fall Fair Volunteers. Or look for her after the following service in Fellowship Hall. In August, we have a number of Pride activities which are listed in the EUU. I'd like to highlight that August 17 will be our Pride service, which will be followed by a t-shirt decorating and sign making party. And August 24 will be the Pride Parade, where we will get to wear those t-shirts and carry those signs. Also, note that for the first time, FirstU will have a table all weekend of August 23 and 24 at the Pride Festival on Bank Street, so please plan to stop in and say hi. Finally, join us today following the service for our bi-weekly conversation about themes and insights from the morning service. Grab some food from Fellowship Hall, then join us in the lounge for the conversation, which will begin at 11:45. Coffee will be available in the lounge. This will be the last bi-weekly conversation for the summer. The next one will be sometime in September, possibly the second Sunday in September. Stay tuned, and thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. Good morning and welcome everyone to the First Unitarian Congregation of Ottawa. Whether you are here in Fellowship Hall with us or watching from wherever you may be, you are welcome. My name is Lisa and I'm delighted to be here today with Martin Krajcik from the Senior Pride Network of Canada. He will be offering a reflection on the seeds of connection. This is part of our summer service series, say that fast, that we are weaving together around the broad theme of looking back and looking forward. And so one of the things that we've introduced with our summer services is our little treasure chest. So why don't we see what's in the treasure chest this morning? I brought this sphere from home, and if you imagine that it is a human life, and that every point on the sphere is an opportunity for connection in our lives. And our task as human beings is to grow those connections so that over time, our life expands into a globe and we become part of the interconnection of all that is. And so Martin will be talking on that theme today. And we'll leave this little dome right here for us. Okay. So as we begin this time together on Sunday, let us take a moment to ground ourselves in this place by acknowledging that our first-year campus is located on traditional, unsurrendered, and unceded Algonquin and Anishinaabe territory, and that the work of reconciliation is a responsibility of our congregation and indeed of all Canadians. Our goal is to educate ourselves and all those who have the willingness to understand, to be of service for those who are at risk, and to advocate for justice. Now, let us join our voices together in song. Please rise in body or in spirit as we sing together with the FirstU House Band the song This Joy. The lyrics will be on the screen above and in the handouts that were on your chairs. And if anybody doesn't have a handout, just show me your hand and I'll bring you one.
And we'll take a small pause as we allow some folks to come on in and find chairs. There's a few back there, there's one over there. Come on in, this is a perfect time. So for those of you who have been here for the last couple of weeks, this song should be very familiar. It is a really simple song. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it away. And then we changed to strength, love, pride, peace, and back to joy. And I'll be calling those out, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Simple tune, simple song, very joyful, very self-affirming. So I hope to see all of you singing lustfully this morning. Lustfully, yes.
Take it
Well, if there was anybody that was asleep when they came here, they're awake now. If you are new to FirstU and would like to learn more about us, please contact us through our email, welcome@firstunitarianottawa.ca. And if you are here in Fellowship Hall with us this morning and would like more information about FirstU, you can find it at the welcome table at the back of the pews, and Agnes is there to answer any of your questions. We encourage you to sign up to receive the EUU, our weekly email newsletter. Sign-up information is available on our website under the EUU Weekly Newsletter tab. You can also access the EUU on our website or by using the QR code on the back of the printed order of service. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages and our website for notices and updates. Our calendar is as full as ever with a mix of online and in-person opportunities to get together. This morning, each of us is welcome here. We of any heritage or faith, whatever our burdens, of any culture or race, of any gender or orientation, in any body, all that we are today, we are all part of this spiritual community. And we light our chalice this morning with these words from Reverend Wayne Arneson: to weave the threads of our life. From separate lives, from different paths, we have come. From distinct joys and private sorrows, we have come. From unique insights and personal convictions, we have come. We have come and we are here to make a common life at the crossroads of our paths, to expand our joys and share the burdens of our sorrows, to deepen our insights and announce our convictions. We are here, and we have come here to weave the threads of our lives into the whole cloth of beloved community. Our chalice is lit. Come, let us worship together as we sing our chalice song, led once more by our house band. So this morning, instead of our joys and sorrows ritual, we'll be exploring joy in a more interactive way later in our service. We do have 2 caring cards this morning, and they're at the back of the worship hall. And we encourage you to sign those cards, even if you don't know who the individual is. To receive a card full of signatures is warming to the heart. And it's a way that we expand our community out from this particular spot. So this morning we have a card for Sue Williams on the loss of her partner Peter, and also a card in memory of Elsa Lassard, who died July 22nd, comfortably in her own home. Her relatives have let us know that they will inform us of memorial service plans as they are made. So I now invite Guy Belperche to guide us through the next part of our service.
Tilt you back up a little bit. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. In addition to being a member of the house band, which is why I get to wear the really cool scarf, I'm also a member of the OWL Planning Committee, along with Lisa Sharp. There's Lisa Sharp with the bowls. and Casey Price, who you'll be hearing from shortly. Together with Lisa Boulay, Mariela Kedlisek, and our guest speaker, Martin Krajcik, we've planned and organized today's service. We will be handing out flower-shaped pieces of paper and markers, and we would like you to think about 1 or 2 words that describe something that brings you joy. Some of us, because we were here early, have already completed the exercise. Our little stars are up there. Some are being very conservative. Some of us are being very provocative. It's all good. It could be music. It could be nature. It could be coffee. It could be sex. You will have some time to reflect on this. We will be collecting the papers later in the service, and they will be posted on the wall along with the ones that are already there. For those who don't know, OWL stands for, anyone? Oh, good, lots of you know. And it's a comprehensive sexuality education program developed by the Unitarian Universalist Association, our brethren from the South, and the United Church of Christ. OWL is founded on a core set of values that include justice and inclusivity, responsibility, sexual health, and dignity and self-worth. And it's intended for people of all ages. It's predicated on the premise that we are sexual beings from cradle to grave. There are 6 OWL programs targeted to people of different ages: primary school, middle school, junior high school, senior high school, young adult, adult, and older adult. The core values remain the same, but the focus and depth of coverage change based on the expected knowledge and life experience of participants. FirstU has been offering OWL for younger participants, primary, middle, junior high, and senior high school ages, for decades. OWL is actually how I came to be a member of this congregation, and has plans to offer the adult OWL curricula in the coming years. Several of us have been trained in facilitating the adult OWL programs, and it's now a matter of planning and organizing, and people not getting sick. The OWL curricula are based around 5 circles of sexuality. Sexual health and reproduction, that's what most people think of when they think of sexuality education. Sexualization, issues of power. Sensuality, sexual identity, and intimacy. Today's service falls into the circle of intimacy. We hope you enjoy it. And I now invite Casey to come forward for a reading.
Today's reading is a poem by Maya Angelou called Alone. Lying, thinking last night, how to find my soul a home where water is not thirsty and bread loaf is not stone, I came up with one thing, and I don't believe I'm wrong, that nobody, but nobody, can make it out here alone. Alone, all alone, nobody, but nobody, can make it out here alone. There are some millionaires with money they can't use. Their wives run around like banshees, their children sing the blues. They've got expensive doctors to cure their hearts of stone, but nobody, no, nobody, can get out here alone. Alone, all alone, nobody but nobody can make it out here alone. Now, if you listen closely, I'll tell you what I know. Storm clouds are gathering, the wind is gonna blow. The race of man is suffering, and I can hear the moan, 'cause nobody, but nobody, can make it out here alone. Alone, alone, nobody, but nobody, can make it out here alone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lisa Sharp, and I'm one of the organizers for the house band. Hopefully everybody's appreciating being in a cooler room than out there, so I think it was a good decision to do this. So just to remind everyone, the little flowers that you have now, we want you to write what brings you joy on the flowers. And then later on, we're going to collect them, and they're going to go up on the tree there. And the house band has already put theirs on the tree, and you can see them. So we're gonna sing this song, Hold On to Love. We've done it before, about a year ago, I think, and it's a beautiful song. You're very welcome to join in on the chorus, and it's on the sheet, and it'll be up on the screen as well, for those of you who can see it. So here we go.
There's a place for the saddest. Hold on to love. There is a season of gladness. Hold on to love. When pain and confusion seem endless. Hold on to love. We cultivate healing through kindness. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where all is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love.
When terror and fear overwhelm us, hold on to love. Courage and faith will sustain us. Hold on to love. When violence seeks to destroy us, hold on to love. Acts of compassion restore us. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Hold on. When hatred is used to divide us, hold on to love. Wisdom and truth reunite us. Hold on to love. When prejudice poses as freedom, hold on to love. Dignity means all are welcome. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where all is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love where all is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Hold on to
Hi, Ann. So we're very pleased to welcome Martin. Sorry, I forgot to ask how to pronounce your last name, Krajcik? Yes. As our special guest today. Martin is the coordinator for the Senior Pride Network of Canada, which has actually recently moved into this building. He's our new neighbor. So when we got to meet him, we were very excited, and it turned out that he fit in perfectly to today's theme. So that's why we invited him. So Martin is a dedicated human rights activist and educator with over 30 years of experience advocating for the 2S LGBTQIA+ communities. As the coordinator of a national organization focused on queer aging, he works to address unique challenges, foster inclusion, and empower individuals through workshops and advocacy. Martin's mission is to create a society where everyone can live authentically and without fear of discrimination. So welcome, and we are happy to hear from you.
Good morning, everyone. This is so nice to be here. Thank you for having me. It actually started with you, Mariella, right? Because Mariella's office is downstairs as well. I'm going to move this a little because I'm a little bit taller.
Yes.
And I'm going to actually move like this because I don't want people behind me, so I'll be probably moving like that too. So thank you for the introduction. And when you said 30 years, I was like, oh yeah, time keeps happening, it keeps flying, right? And I didn't think that I would actually think of doing anything in the area of seniors kind of aging thing, but I do, and I'm very excited about it because actually, I'll pause for a second. Actually, I need to do a couple of things. I need to put a timer on because I have between 15 and 20 minutes, I think, for this, but, and it is going to be an interactive thing, right? So it's not going to be me talking at you. That would be boring. There is Julia there behind the computer, and the reason why I'm pointing at Julia is because there is a slide deck there. Those of you who see that won't see it, but it's a very brief one. This is just to guide me to know what to actually say. And I have these notes here too. And so what I'll do is I'll be connecting dots in a way. And I'm really touched by everything what I'm experiencing so far, because the theme is connections. And Lisa, when you read the poem from Maya Angelou about the connections. Oh, Casey, sorry. It really, my heart connected with it because who would we be without a community? Who would we be? It will be a very unhappy life probably. And the reason I'm standing here is actually, again, to make those connections, because the Senior Pride Network Canada is the only national organization that is focusing on queer aging. And I say the word queer lovingly. So I'll be using queer and 2S LGBTQI+ interchangeably, right? And the reason why we actually started as an organization is because we realized that the queer seniors, they didn't have a voice on a national level, right? So queers, what does aging do to us, right? People start looking at us through a different lens. And usually it's not a supportive lens. It is like people see older people as slower or whatever they think. It doesn't matter. But the lived reality is a proof for us that we need to do something about this, that those gaps that exist between us, right? And through the national organization, we decided to actually maybe close those gaps further because 2S LGBTQI+ elders, many of them, they need to hide their identity when it comes to sexual orientation, gender expression, or sexual orientation, gender expression, gender identity, thank you. And that is not a fun experience. Because if an older person ends up living in a long-term care facility and they are worried if they're out, they're worried, are they going to receive appropriate service? Many of them decide to go back into the closet. Going back into the closet means they will hide their true identity to protect themselves. And what it does is, when we hide our identities, it creates stress, anxiety. And that leads to different things like mental health issues or, anxiety, depression, and the general decline and pretty much death. And we do not want that to happen. On the slide there it says deep isolation from families and care systems. Many care providers do not understand that 2S LGBTQI people have a different family structures. Not the traditional blood structure, but chosen families, right? That's one of the things. So when a partner or a husband visits his husband, they're probably afraid of touching or giving him a kiss because they're worried how are they, the care provider, is going to respond to them, and they're worried that they're not going to respond in a positive way. And many, like when I say towards LGBTQI+, it's these three identities, sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression, the first two, sexual orientation and gender identity, are invisible. Only you know what your sexual orientation is. Only you know what your gender identity is. With the gender expression, it's a different thing. Sometimes we express our gender in a certain way, but it doesn't need to match what our gender identity is, right? That's what's exciting about us as humans, how we are. But we live in a society, we call it a heteronormative society, so we all expect that everybody is heterosexual, that everybody is cisgender and all these things, and it is not true, right? So these are the reasons why we do this. Julia, can we go to the next slide? What is it going to say? Oh yeah, so, and I'm only touching the surface here. I'm only saying little things, like why we exist. We exist to change this. We want all the people, and not just all the people, everybody, to feel that you are welcome, you can be whoever you are, without the worry or the need to hide, right? So this is what we want. But also, okay, let me do a quick connection here. All the 2S LGBTQI+ people also feel distance from the 2S LGBTQI community as well. Because the 2S LGBTQI+ community, it's a very challenging acronym to actually say, right? And you're actually using an A at the end too, so it's a bit longer. They feel distance from the younger generation, so there is another gap, which is very unfortunate, right? So there is not that connection with our elders, and we think we need to change that too. We need to learn from each other, specifically because many of us LGBTQI people don't have those traditional families. So the queer family, the chosen family, is a family, right? So what we do is we change it by advocating on the national level. So as a national organization, we are not a direct service provider. We don't work with the seniors themselves, but we have members who do. We have two tiers, we call them frontline members, so the groups that work directly with queer seniors, or allied members. Those who work with the seniors, and they might have some queer programming or services there, but not solely, right? So, and we do it, so we do advocacy, so we talk to the people there. Am I pointing right to the downtown Ottawa? Yeah. Because policies are extremely powerful. Because policies tell us what goes and what doesn't, and what's missing and what we need to fill. So we are actually showing the government what are the gaps and what we need to change, so queer seniors feel more included and welcome. We also educate. We educate staff in any agency that serves seniors, right? So long-term care facilities, hospitals, nurses, PSWs, home care agencies, for them to know how to actually have a conversation with a queer senior. Because often people, when they understand that somebody is 2S LGBTQI+, they freeze. They do not know what to say or how to actually respond to the person. To you it might be like, what's that a response to? But people, we all have so many different identities, and religion is one of them, for example. And many of the service care providers or care providers come from religions or faith-based kind of beliefs that are very unsupportive of queer communities, right? And that's where that something happens in the brain that we actually want to educate them, for them to know how to create a space where everybody feels welcome and included. And the last thing is the community, the connections that we all need. So we do that. We try to create those connections within the communities and also individuals for us to actually know how to be with one another and not to hide. And that's what we're actually going to do together right now. So there is a little activity we're going to do together about the connections. And it will have two different phases. Phase one is a very brief one. Julia, could you please advance the slide? I'm curious if it's going to be there. Yes, it is there. So it's called My Seed of Connection. So what we are going to do is this. You are going to think for yourself, what is it you do when you look around and see somebody you would like to start some kind of connection? What is it you do when you actually start doing that, start connecting, right? So it can be so many different things. It could be just looking at somebody and going to them and say, hi, what's up? Or it could be something, commenting on something on their body, like a button, that heart there, Lisa. Oh, that's cool. What does it say, right? So how do you create connection? I'm only giving you very simple examples, but you might have more intricate strategies that might work for other people as well. So what we're going to do is, first you're going to think about your strategy. What do you do? What is it you do when you're trying to connect with a new person. 30 seconds you'll have for that. Then, what I'll ask you to do is, I'll ask you, those of you who can, to get up and find 2 people you know the least, and share just one strategy with them. Try to practice it, right? So we're going to learn something from one another, but in that small group, the 3 of you or the 4 of you, you need to agree on one strategy, a group strategy. I'm going to then ask you to actually feed back to the bigger group so we can hear from you how you connect, how you are suggesting we could connect as a community with one another. You're quiet, thinking this is great. So I'm going to guide you through this again. So first start for 30 seconds. What is it I want to do when I want to connect with somebody new? What kind of strategy am I going to employ? It could be something very simple you're already doing, or something new you would like to try. I'm giving you 30 seconds. I'm looking at your faces, I think you're ready, because you're looking around like, what is this? Yeah, okay. So step number 2, remember your strategy, right? Step number 2, but don't do it yet. First, let me explain. Eventually, I'm going to ask you to get up, those of you who can, and find 2 or 3 people you know the least in this room, and share those strategies with you. And then in that team, please let every single person speak about their strategies they came up with. If you did not come up with a strategy, that's fine. Just listen, and maybe you'll get some inspiration or something comes to your mind so you can actually say it later. At the end of this process, you will have only one strategy. As a group will agree, yes, this is what we want to present to the bigger group as our strategy for connections. You'll have 4 minutes for this. If you need less than 4 minutes, I'll let you know. Is it clear what's happening? Yes. So again, those of you who can, please get up and find 2 or 3 people you know the least. Try to hang out with new people. And I'm going to look at you and see how you are connecting. Sorry for mixing it up. your conversations and make sure that you as a group have at least you have one strategy to share. Okay, let's give it 10 more seconds, people. Or everyone ready or not? Let's do this together. So could you please go back to your seats? Or if you want to stand, right, do your thing. So the goal for us now is, this is a great opportunity for us to learn from one another. So I hear people are still talking, which is exciting. And by the way, there is an activity after this happening, right? In the hall where people can continue. There is something happening. Can you actually use this? Okay, people, may I have your attention, please? Yes, the gong. That always helps. Okay, Paul's group. Paul, can you ask? Thank you. All right, people. So I'm going to look at time. We have 4 minutes to actually finish this conversation together. So what's going to happen now is we are going to hear from you. There are many groups. So Ken and somebody else are talking about the origin of their names. So maybe this is how people connect too, right? And actually, this is my first time here, and we talked about with several people, what is your last name, where is it from? And so this is how we connected. So let's hear from you now. So in order for this to work, only one person will speak at a time, obviously, because we want to hear their kind of input. Please make sure that you're brief and concise, because there will be several groups actually presenting. And if you want, get some inspiration for what you hear, because hopefully we'll learn something new from each other. Who would like to start?
Start.
Oh, perfect. Sorry.
Probably don't need it, but that's
Well, because we have online music.
Oh, okay.
You don't need it for the online people.
Okay. All right.
They probably can, as long as you speak loudly.
I can speak loudly. One of my group members had a really good point that it's a lot easier in this environment because we can kind of guess that people will be friendly and tolerant and open and accepting.
So what strategy did you come up with?
We had strategies like just saying hi or just being open and friendly and kind of waiting for others to approach you.
Thank you. Next. Yeah, go ahead.
I was volunteered to speak because I am the self-proclaimed shyest person in the group. Now I've lost shy. And what we came up with was noticing something on the other person. What a interesting pair of glasses or a cute dog or whatever.
And what would you notice on me, Caroline? How would you start a conversation with me?
Well, that's putting me on the spot.
There you go. And that's how you can start a conversation too. You just put me on the spot. So what can I do?
We're dressed the same.
There you go. Thank you.
We had a wonderful merging of all of our ideas with the foundation of approaching someone with the feeling of keeping them safe or safety, and then having the urge to listen instead of speaking first, and really being curious about these people.
Finding common ground.
Finding common ground.
Perfect, thank you. Many people nodded while you spoke because yes, we all want to be heard and listened to, right? Great. From here, who would like to share? Yeah, go ahead.
Our group, we decided that, like, you just go up to someone, smile, say, hi, my name is blank, what's yours? Just initiate a conversation, be friendly, that kind of stuff.
That's a great strategy. That's a very good starting point. We often do that. We often ask a question, how are you? Without actually expecting to hear how they are. Because this is how we say hello, right? But imagine that you would actually ask, so how are you? So they want to actually, you want to hear how they are doing. And maybe, what do you mean? What did you want to say?
Our group decided on, because we didn't want to have the whole introduction, what we would actually talk about, eye contact first and with a smile.
How does that sound? We do not need to say a word. Just looking at each other, smile, and see if it will go anywhere. Because maybe that person does not want to talk to you. Your hand is up, Zach.
To ask if, let's say somebody's playing soccer, to ask if you could join?
There you go. Asking if they have a similar interests like you have. That's a great strategy. Probably you've noticed there is a garden outside. There are many gardening. Maybe many of you are gardening. That could be a good conversation starter. Huh? I've seen somebody's hand up there. Yes, go ahead.
Our group said like humor, if you make a joke, and I honestly think, well, I do that.
Do you have an example of a joke? Right? I'm a very bad joke teller. Like people look at me like, what is this? Did you just try to insult me? Seriously. But yeah, if you have those skills, please, that's a great idea. Breaking the ice.
Our group talked about having a common connection if we're on with a stranger. If you're on a bus, you could say, "Oh, are you late for work also?" Or something really something true about yourself that you could ask about that.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Something like maybe, sort of like she said, but making connections with like nature. Like, oh, it's really hot outside today. Or if you're on like a walk by the water, be like, look, the water is so beautiful and clear today.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody there said, sorry, I don't know your name, that this is we are playing here right now, we are pretending. What if in real life, these strategies are good ideas, but it's much harder to take that first step sometimes, right, to actually do that. But this is a good space for us to practice, because everybody is so nice. Right? So I don't expect that people will just look like, what did you just say, right? So this is a good opportunity. Okay, let's hear one more before we'll actually go. Yeah, that person in the back.
Yeah, our strategy was to listen deeply to what the other person was saying with a good intent.
Yeah. Sometimes this is a great strategy. Sometimes it's hard to listen deeply though, because they tell you a story, but you want to tell your story, right? Because you think it's very important for you to share your story, but it's harder to listen. Thank you. But you know what, your hand was up as well. Let's hear from you.
So
Michael, you
our group talked about waiting for information to be revealed and then using that with the person. So for instance, I've heard that Chuck was a president. So by picking up on those little cues, you can then start a conversation without just start asking questions off the bat.
Perfect. Yeah, great ideas. Perfect. Thank you everyone for sharing. We are going to stop here because we can go on and on and on. The idea with this is, again, connect the dots. I didn't actually say that, but queer seniors, if you look at the general seniors population and look at queer seniors and look at the statistics, we will see that queer seniors are more socially isolated than anybody else because of how the society perceives them through the lens of homophobia, biphobia, transphobia, all those other phobias, right? So the idea is for us as a national group to figure out strategies. What could we do to actually help us to find those connections and not to be afraid of other people to talk to them, right? So thank you for sharing. And by the way, I took some notes and I'll create a resource with the ideas you just shared with me. Oh,
I just had an idea of like something that the Capital Pride did this a couple of years ago. It was a people library, but we could do that with queer seniors, and like they could share their stories of growing up queer or discovering that they're queer. And
that's a great idea. Imagine that you will go somewhere, listen to somebody's story, of a queer senior story, and hear whatever they experience. Thank you for sharing. All right. Okay, so let's look at the last slide. I'm just looking at the time too. I'm already 2 minutes behind. Look at that. So this is just, again, wrapping things up. If you feel like that, if you want to volunteer with us, please do. There is this brochure I brought. If you didn't get one, I'll put more on the table there. If you know of an agency, if you know somebody working in a long-term care facility, a nursing home, please connect them with us, because we would like to train them. People that want to be trained in these areas, because they say, oh, we don't have any queers here. 10% of us, by the way, very likely are members of 2S LGBTQI+ people. That's what we say. But people don't want to hear that, right? If you feel like contributing financially, please do so. And the last one, take the brochure. But the more importantly is that please keep connecting and keep practicing what we actually learned here today. So thank you for participating, and thank you for having me. Great.
Thank you, Martin. That was a lot of fun and a great opportunity for us to make new connections within our community here. So we get to live what you are actually advocating. Thank you. Just a note, they're around caring cards. So there is a caring card out in the worship hall for Sue Williams, but not for Elsa at this point. Once we know more about what's going to happen, then we'll create a caring card. So I'm going to ask the ushers to start passing the baskets around. So our congregation has a long history of care, vitality, and bringing people together to move the arc of justice forward. We have been able to live into our hopes and dreams because of the generosity of those within and beyond this community. Sorry, just had to make sure I was at the right page. Whether you are here in Fellowship Hall or anywhere else, you are part of this community, and we rely on one another to keep this congregation vital and resilient. If you have any questions about how you can give, please go to our website or contact our finance manager to find out how you can make a donation or to keep up with your pledges. Those here in Fellowship Hall can also use the QR code on the back of the order of service to make an online donation. Our gifts are freely given and gratefully received. We dedicate these gifts to the work of this community of faith, serving human wholeness, caring for the planet, upholding religious freedom, welcoming the stranger, loving one another. So now we get to hear the house band again. So let's sing together once more. And during this song, we'll be passing around the basket for you to put your papers in that you wrote on earlier. And we'll be posting these papers on the tree over here on the wall. So all can see the various ways we can see joy in our lives. Please rise in body and spirit as we sing. When joy comes back with the house band, the words will be up on the screen, and there's also a handout that you have the lyrics on.
Hello, it's me again. A little more complicated this time, but still fairly simple. The important thing to remember is the chorus is I want to be ready, I want to be ready, I want to be ready when joy comes back to me. After the chorus, there's going to be a pause before we get into the next verse, but not between the verse and the chorus. So you got to keep your ear out for that. You'll catch on. If you make a mistake, obviously we're all going to stop and point and laugh. No, we're not. This is the friendliest space you're ever going to be in. So I hope you enjoy. We certainly do.
Wanna be ready, joy comes back to me.
Beautiful, thank you, everyone. Well, before we begin to close this time of worship and reflection, a reminder that food and household items from our grocery support program are available for those who would like some from the room to the left of the doors in the back, so through these doors right here. A reminder that the after-service discussion will take place in the lounge at 11:45. And so if you wish to bring drink or food from here to the lounge, which is on the other side of the chancel, we do ask that you go out through this door at the back and go over the chancel into the lounge to avoid possible spillage on carpeted areas. And Martin will be joining you for that discussion. It's also affected by the weather. Now, as we prepare to extinguish our chalice, let these words guide us forward. And this is from Reverend Elizabeth Tarbox, entitled High Tide, Low Tide. There is a time for high tide, being involved and active, taking risks and putting our efforts to master the elements. And there is a time for low tide, inactivity and quiet reflection. And both are necessary in our lives. May this gathering have been a low tide time for you, when you have heard the voice of your own calming thoughts and thoughtful inspiration. A time when thoughts came uncalled for to comfort or to challenge you. And may we now go from here renewed and ready to answer the call of our destiny, to jump back into the tide of life once more. Please rise in body and spirit as we come together once more to sing in song. We are going to sing Spirit of Life. The lyrics will be up on the screen. We'll sing it through first in English and then en français. May we always remember that we are a people of love. providing a place in this world for our spirit, a place called home. As now we return to the challenge and joy of helping the world come alive in love, let us go forward in love with love in our hearts, sowing seeds of justice from our hands and peace in our steps. Go in peace, my friends. Go making peace.
Just to let everybody know, we are going to have hospitality hour. We need about 5 minutes to just move some chairs and put some tables out. So if anyone's able to help with that, come and help us. And if you can't, that's okay, just maybe move a bit. Because this side here, by the windows, we're going to be putting the tables out. So if you just move temporarily, that would be great.
Not too many more.